Why were manual operators a problem for early telephone calls? Imagine trying to make a call in the early days of the telephone when everything depended on a person. You couldn't just dial a number and wait for the connection. Instead, you had to call a human operator. These operators sat at large switchboards filled with rows of plugs and wires. When you picked up the receiver, you told the operator who you wanted to talk to, and she would connect you by plugging wires into the right sockets. This process sounds simple but was full of problems. First, it caused delays. Every call needed a human to physically connect the lines. If many people called at once, the operator had to work faster and faster, which slowed down the process. Sometimes you had to wait a long time before your call was connected. As more people got phones, the delays got worse. The switchboards became crowded, and operators struggled to keep up. Communication was also a challenge. Operators often had to shout instructions across noisy rooms filled with ringing phones and chatter. This noise made it hard for them to hear each other or the caller. Customers had to speak loudly, which sometimes caused misunderstandings. The quality of the call depended on how well the operator could hear and relay the conversation. Another issue was capacity. The number of operators and switchboard lines was limited. During busy times, many callers would hear a busy signal or get cut off. Human errors were common too. Operators might connect the wrong lines or forget to check if a line was already in use. This led to misdirected calls or dropped conversations. Privacy was not guaranteed. Since operators listened to the calls, sensitive information could be overheard. This was a concern for businesses and individuals who wanted confidentiality. Operators had access to private conversations, which was not ideal. Training was necessary for operators, often women, who had to learn how to speak clearly and manage the noisy environment. They needed to enunciate numbers and words carefully to avoid confusion. Staffing was also a problem. If there weren't enough trained operators, calls couldn't be handled efficiently. Early telephones also had technical limitations. The signals were weak and prone to interference, making conversations hard to hear even after the connection was made. These issues made manual operation a slow, error-prone process. All these problems pushed inventors to develop automatic telephone exchanges. These systems let users dial numbers directly, removing the need for human operators. The first successful system was created by Alman Strauger in the late 1800s. It used a step-by-step switching mechanism that automatically connected calls. Although it took time and money to switch from manual to automatic systems, the change was worth it. It made calls faster, clearer, and more private. This shift marked a major milestone in the history of communication technology. Manual operators played a vital role in early telephone use, but their limitations showed the need for innovation. Their work helped pave the way for the modern, automated phone networks we use today.